Oh, I look like hell. Anyway, today we're actually going to do something really practical, which is not something we do that often on this channel. Some of you just screamed never at the TV/computer, and I feel like that negativity isn't necessary in life. But it's a lighting thing, but it's something that it's not something flashy. It's not something to make your bike look cool. It's something I truly believe we all need on our bikes. So those of you that are Harley obsessed will probably remember that a few years ago, I think it was the CVO Ultra Limited Street Road Action Niner, came with lights inside the bags and tour pack. Like, if I remember correctly, there was a light on the bottom of the tour pack, and when you opened the bag, it shone down inside the bag so you could find whatever the hell you're looking for. That was a really cool feature that only available in CVOs. I don't know if you could, maybe you could buy it from Harley, whatever, but Custom Dynamics has their own version of that, which I think is really cool. So many a time I've been at, let's be honest, a rally, dark, in a campground, and you're just like, where the hell's my bottle of whiskey? Or where's that 9mm I left in there? I mean, you're just looking for practical things like whiskey and firearms, and you just can't find it in your saddlebag. I know someone's like, you shouldn't have it in your saddlebag. It's a joke, dude. Calm down. Don't take yourself so seriously. Anyway, in the bag, you can't see a damn thing. You got your flashlight, which is a great segue to the Olight thing for April being Child Abuse Awareness Month. Yeah, I'm going to put this next little cut in every video I do for a while, at least for the month of April. So, sorry, deal with it. So let's cut to me talking about an Olight thing we're doing where we're raising money for a child abuse cause, and then we'll be back after that. So let's pause for a minute and talk about the month of April. If you're seeing this in April of 2022, you may or may not know that April is Child Abuse Awareness Month. And that is a cause that is incredibly near and dear to my heart as well as Mrs. Monkey's heart, which is the reason why she does what she does for a living and the reason why we are members of the organization that shall not be named, and I have been for going on 20 years. During the month of April, there's a ton of activities out there. There's a lot of group motorcycle rides to raise funds. There's all kinds of drives and other activities you can get to be a part of to help different agencies in your area that might be helping kids that have been abused. But right here on this channel, what we're doing is we're helping by raising funds to provide a little comfort to kids that have been through the worst thing on earth. In the month of April, all the way through the end of April, if you would like to participate, what we're doing basically is we are raising funds so we can buy gift cards that will be given to the Nancy J. Cotterman Center. The Nancy J. Cotterman Center is based in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It is the first point of contact or the agency of sorts that processes claims of abuse. So as you can imagine, if something horrible may have happened to a kid and an officer extracts that child from the home or wherever they are, they go to Nancy J to be assessed and so that evidence can be gathered so we can prosecute the piece of anything that may have done the abuse. Nancy J is a government agency, so we cannot donate money straight to them, but these kids that have not only been through what they went through to send them there, going to Nancy J isn't a pleasurable experience because there is testing and examinations that have to happen. So what we're doing is raising money so we can buy gift cards that will be given to Nancy J so that as the kids leave the facility, they can be given a gift card that they can go buy candy, a toy. God forbid if mom had to leave an unsafe situation, they could put gas in the car. Whatever they need to do with it, they're going to get a Visa gift card or something like that so that they can walk away with it. So the ways for doing that, number one, you can simply donate, which is by PayPal. You can PayPal me, I'll put down below, at demunk@professional-monkey.com. Or, if you'd like, we have a great arrangement with Olight. Olight is an amazing LED flashlight company. You've probably heard of them. I know when they first reached out to me, I was already a customer, and I have an Olight pistol light on my full size. So they make gun lights, they make lanterns, they make really cool LED flashlights. They even sent me a Mini Warrior 2 for the missus. That's a whole other story. But I'm going to put a link in the description of this video. If you follow that link and use the discount code PROMONKEY, capital P, capital M, you will get 10% off. And then this channel will be given 10% of your sales. So we'll be paid a commission of sorts. And 100% of those commissions are going to go to this pile of money that we're then going to go use to buy gift cards to give to the kids who have to go through Nancy J. We have already raised well over $3,000 since we started this, and we haven't even started the month of April yet as of this recording. So if you're in April of 2022, please follow the link. Go buy a flashlight. Go buy anything you like on their website using that link. Use the code PROMONKEY, capital P, capital M, or simply shoot me a PayPal at demunk@professional-monkey.com. All that'll be on the screen here, and you can participate. So now back to your regularly scheduled programming. You could fast forward and skip that bit if you already know about it. If you already participated, bought a flashlight, you know, whatever. Thank you. Appreciate it. Anyway, so let me show you the kit real quick. Hang on. So I've already unboxed it, so there's no unboxing video, but you have instructions, which are for losers. You've got a bag of many important things. So those of you that know me really well are laughing right now because there's a little story behind this bag. But anyway, so you got some grommets, because this one does involve drilling. You got the connectors, which means you have some bare wires, and you've got 3 light bars, 2 of which, obviously, that's the plugs that go in there, all right? And second one, same story. And then a third one, got a mess of wires, and then you got a third one here. Are they all the same? I think they're the same, but this one has the plug on it. I'm thinking maybe this is tour pack and you don't need, you know, whatever. So you got 3 basically of the same light. We're gonna put 1 on each saddlebag, and then 1 will go in the tour pack later when I put the tour pack on it. I ain't doing that today. Well, let's do the saddlebags now, because I am legitimately excited for this product because I could use this a lot. So I think you stick them on and then you figure out the wiring. So yeah, there's the plan. Let's do that. Okay, so I've taken the saddlebag off and laid it out on my workbench slash trash dumpster. You have to be multi-purpose in today's world. And then taped off where the hole's gonna go, about here, about an inch under the latch is when it says. Tape that off so that you don't get paint whirling off and everything else. I'm gonna drill a hole. It's a 9/16 hole that we're gonna make. I don't have a 9/16 bit, but I do have a 1/2. So we're just gonna do that. And then maybe a little rowdy until the grommet fits. I got two wires coming through this hole, because I not only have the inside lights that'll, you know, illuminate the inside of the bag, but I also have the latch lights, which I'll show you in a minute. But I only have it on one side because I'm missing a lid for the, it's a long story, but that lid's at the body shop while the rest of the paint work gets done. So we're going to drill this out and de-pin the latch light so we can run the wire, both sets of wires through, repin everything, and then, So mine's going to be a little different. So this is actually the wire for the latch light that you're looking at here. And you can see the grommets, it's nice and snug. It ain't falling through. I used a 1/2 bit and just routed it out a bit. Maybe a microscopic amount too much, but not, you know, crazy. And then what I'm going to have to do, because I have almost exactly the same thickness, another one of these wires that's going to be for the internal light, and it's not going to go through that grommet. So unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to put a second one right there and actually have 2 of these, because again, I have the latch lights, which I'll show you later, which basically your outer latch that's normally a reflector is a light on this bag. So I have the latch lights and I have the interior light, and it just makes more sense, you know, to put another hole than it does to try, because it won't fit. It will not fit through there. So, yeah. So I'm going to have 2 of these almost identical dongles, for lack of another better word. This is my bag blades plug. So I have 3 little plugs. I'll zip tie them together, and then when the bags go on and off, it'll just be plug, 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 and then take them off, you know, the opposite. So not a big deal. Let me finish this one up. At least you can see what the interior and the latch light looks like. Okay, so we got 2 holes, 2 grommets, 3 plugs. Again, this is going to be the latch light. You know, this will be the interior illumination, which I've pinned that. So there'll be a chart in the box if you get these. But first hole's empty, second hole's black. That's if you see the clasp at the top. First hole empty, second hole black, third hole yellow, fourth hole red. There's a chart. It's really easy. When you stick them in there, they go click and they're in place, so that's not a problem. You can't really see that, can you? Camera's all blurry. Anyway, so now what we got to do is put the other halves under the seat so we can, you know, button all this up on the bike. I wish I were just coming on to say, well, that's a job well done, blah, 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 blah. But you know how I always show when I do something stupid? I don't hide nothing. Make sure you use the correct sides light when you do this. Ask me how I know. I'll show you what I mean. So I wired everything up to the battery. I still got to like zip tie all the wires and stuff. But then I came to like adhesive stick. Yeah, I don't follow directions. I know this is not the way you do it. And I noticed that I've got it the wrong light because the wire's out here. You know what I mean? Like the wire's supposed to be on this side, and they are directional. There's two in there. So I got it. So if I stuck it on to where the wire's right side, if you just shine it in my face, so open the damn saddlebag. All right, well, it's actually not that big a deal because I'm just going to unplug it from the back side, pop out the grommet, and then put the other one in there. It's just not. It's not like I drilled a hole and didn't need it, but it's just funny. But let me knock this out. Okay, so I fixed my error and packed the wires. They're going to include about 4 of these little squares that are sticky tape on one side and then open sort of teeth, for lack of a better word. Let me show it to you. Because I actually buy them by the bag off of Amazon. Those little squares, they create a spot for you to zip tie something. And if you have the same passion for zip ties that I do, meaning that if they include 4 of those, I use 26 because anything worth doing is worth overdoing. So I use the hell out of those things. So I would buy a pack of these on Amazon. I'll try and remember to put the link to this pack. But it's like 60 of these and then all the zip ties for a little bit. And they give you enough, but you know, use more. More is better. So I packed the wires, and these lights are really cool. So you basically take the ECM. Oh, hang on. Let me point the camera the right way. There. So you're going to take, I know it's a mess. I haven't zip tied it up yet. These 2 T40s out back here. Camera stuff's a pain in the butt. These right here. You're going to take those out. An ECM tray comes free so you can get down to the battery. These interior bag lights are wired to the battery. Everything else on these bikes, normally turn signals and stuff, they just plug in line with your fender plug. But these have constant power so that you can turn them on and off, you know. So those I did, you know, run the wire down through. I still got a whole lot of lighting stuff to do because I still got to finish the latch lights some other times. I don't have the lid to do it. So, but I love these. Let me show you real quick how they work. All right, so they're on there with, you know, really, really sticky 3M tape. This is a heavy rubber block. You can't tell from there, but it's a pretty significant sort of housing they're in. And this is, I don't know if this is a motion sensor or what, but this is just a power button. So on, lights up the whole bag, and then off. And if you don't turn it off, they're on a 5-minute timer. So, you know, you're not going to accidentally leave them on and drain your battery, number one. Number two, they're LEDs. They take very, very little juice out of your battery. Yeah, that's a plug for the latch light hanging out there. So yeah, these are really cool. You know what? Let me look up the price real quick and then I'll close out the video. But these are practical, and it comes with a third. The kit that they sent me comes with a third for the tour pack. If you don't have a tour pack, you can get just the 2, you know, obviously. But I do have a tour pack. So yeah, so let me get the price real quick. All right, just look up the price, and I'm pretty surprised actually because I thought they were going to be in that 150, 170, 199 range. They're only 79 bucks. So for the 2 saddlebags. So if you just want the 2 saddlebags, it's $79.95. No options other than that. So the 2 saddlebags is $79.95. If you have a tour pack, then it's $99.95. So $79.95 for the wiring, all the stuff you need, and the 2 saddlebag lights, $99.95 if you also have a tour pack and want to add the light there too. So that's a friggin' deal, I think, for what these are. Just my thoughts. So anyway, comment down below what you think. Any other things you want to see? I need ideas. Let me know what other stuff you want to talk about on the channel. From there, you know, thanks for watching. If you're not a subscriber, please do hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up, all that wonderful stuff that you hear on every frickin' channel. So take care of each other out there. We'll talk real soon. Bye.